Hello YouTube, B3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today I have another Dragon Stars figure for you guys. It is Super Saiyan Future Trunks from Series 3. I like these kind of half series they release them in, just 3 figures at a time. Makes it really affordable. Hopefully I can get the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Hit that were released alongside him, but I haven't been able to find him yet. I've just been able to find Trunks. But he's really cool, so I'm happy about that. Not my favorite, probably my least favorite Dragon Stars figure that I own. I have 2 different Super Saiyan Vegetas, the regular one and the GameStop one. I have the GameStop Goku, and I also have Frieza and Lord Beerus. Those are all the ones I have, right? And he's my least favorite out of these. I'm sorry to say it. Which is obviously an unbiased opinion because Future Trunks is actually one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z characters. But he is a good figure. I'm not bashing the fig, I'm just saying out of all the ones I have, he is my least favorite. But it's not like I got all of the last 2 waves anyways. I didn't care to build Shinron or anything. This time I probably will build the Fusion Zamasu, but we'll see. We shall see. So accessory-wise, first up he has the sword on his back. I actually have a problem with this accessory because it's good to have. He always has that on his back. But he also comes with a sword that he can hold, which is done very well. But if he's holding the sword, you have to take the sheath off his back entirely because this handle doesn't come out of the sheath. So he doesn't come with an empty sheath. I would have liked it best if we could have actually just slipped the sword in here. So if you wanted to display him with it, it could be like that. Or if you wanted to display him with it in the hand, it would be empty. You know what I mean? But they didn't do that. This is the same exact thing that Bandai did with the Ninja Storm figures in the Power Ranger Legacy line. I don't know why Bandai does this with their adult collectible figures, but in the Bandai Power Rangers Legacy line, they took their Ninja Storm Rangers, gave them swords to hold, gave them the sheaths on the back, but the sheaths had the swords in them, and there wasn't an option to not have the sword in the sheath. They did the same exact thing with Future Trunks, and it's... So he's either going to have 2 swords on him, or it's going to be sheathed up. Or you have to take this off and display him without it, which looks weird because he has the strap for it, and he looks best with this on, honestly. I mean, they really screwed us on that. So that's one complaint. He has other accessories like these hands. He's got 2 open, like blasting hands. He's got 2 holding hands. His 2 regular fist hands. And so that's that. Pretty cool. Articulation-wise, he's good. He's got the side-to-side, a wobble, a little bit of up and down. Could be better. Up and down on the arms, forward and back. You got a kind of a wobble like that as well. You see that. Bicep swivel, double elbow bend. You got a wrist swivel, forward and back on the wrist. You know that drill. Because of his jacket, they decided to put the joint more on his waist, kind of like they did with Beerus. And they all kind of have him on the waist, but it's a little different on everybody. His moves just fine, It could move a little better on the side to side, but I mean the forward and back is okay. This side to side is good. The legs, they move pretty well, forward and back. His legs don't come down as far as other figures in the line, so they can't kick out as far. Double knee bend, up and down on the foot, and then you have to turn this joint to kind of do the ankle pivot if you want to do the ankle pivot, which you don't have to do on my other Saiyans. See? To do that ankle pivot. Even my cat's come up to give her two cents on this. So you can see why he's the least favorite I have, especially if you've seen my other reviews. I'm kind of gushing over the figures in this review. I'm like, he's alright. So I can see why he was the one that was left. Also, lots of collectors might have a Future Trunks left over from the old days. I don't know. But everyone wanted Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Hit! So I didn't get them! And apparently there's only 1 Goku per case. Obviously he's the one that's going to sell the best. Why is he 1 per case? GameStop told me they were 1 per case, and that pisses me off. But yeah, I mean, The Super Saiyan hair looks good. I'm glad they decided to make this a Super Saiyan Trunks instead of a regular Trunks. I still would have got regular Trunks, but I always like Super Saiyan better, of course. You know what I'm saying? He's got the Capsule Corp logo. He's got his scarf. You know, saving the future from Goku Black. The tear on the jeans was a good choice. That just gives him a little character, you know. I like his boots. You know, he's good looking. He looks perfect. Just the look of the figure itself is fantastic. So that's really, really nice. I'm just ignoring that my cat's here. She wants to be part of it, you know? She wants to be part of my work. Don't you, big girl? Yeah, you want to be with your papa. But yeah, now let's move on to the Build-A-Figure part, which I will show you guys. I could have shown it to you a second ago when I had that stuff up, but I really want to pop it out of the plastic and show you the Fusion Zamasu. I haven't watched this arc, honestly. He looks cool, though. So I can't wait to bust into the rest of the wave in the next series as well. So that I think the waves are all 6, and then the series are 3. I don't know exactly how it works. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking. So now we'll get into some size comparisons then. So here he is next to some other Dragon Stars figures. They're the only Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super figures I collect are Dragon Stars. That's it. No figure arts or anything. But he scales pretty well with his own line. We have Lord Beerus here on the left, the first one I ever got, and the second one I ever got. Here on the right, Super Saiyan Vegeta. I actually didn't notice this until I had him side by side. But our Super Saiyan Trunks does not have shiny gold hair. It's just painted yellow. I think I know the reason for that. The shiny metallic paint like that is more expensive than the yellow paint, right? This Vegeta and the Super Saiyan Goku before him, they could afford it. Because the Goku had a new head sculpt, but the body was the same as the regular Goku. Actually, the regular Goku came out second. And then the Super Saiyan Vegeta was the exact same figure, but with the hair painted gold. So they could afford to have that because of reusing sculpts. While this Trunks is a 100% brand new sculpt. So couldn't afford the gold hair. Probably would have went over the figure's budget. Because, you know, each figure in a wave has a specific budget. So, yeah. That is that. But, you know, size-wise, he works great. So, what are my final thoughts on the Super Saiyan Future Trunks figure from Bandai America and the Dragon Stars line? It's pretty cool. I'm very happy I picked it up. He's a great character from some great arcs in both Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. It's lots of people's favorite Dragon Ball Super arc, actually. He sizes well with his other figures. The detail and paint are good. Even if his hair isn't shiny, it's still yellow. And it's a really bright yellow, so that helps. Accessories could be a little better. He has all the accessories he needs, but the sword and the sheath weren't handled well. Just like those Power Rangers. The sword and the sheath weren't handled well, but he's got the good holding hands and the blast hands, and he's got more hands than they usually come with. And I just... You guys know. You guys know what I'm talking about. You heard me describe it earlier. So yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all later.